English Bloom, the podcast. Hello, dear friends. Welcome home to English Bloom. I am Olivia, and with me is Liam. Today we sit in a quiet garden and listen for a shy bird, our hidden happiness. We will speak slowly in gentle English, and I will explain some little big ideas about real happiness. Please make a cup of tea, find a comfortable seat, and come with us for a walk.
Hi everyone, I'm Liam. Thank you for being here. We will talk about the quiet truth about real happiness, how it is not only big excitement, but also calm and meaning. I will share small experiments you can try each day. Ready? Let's start with a little picture.
Picture a city full of noise. Cars, phones, bright signs, people moving fast. Now imagine a small garden in the middle of that city. A shy bird lives there. The bird does not like loud noise. It only comes when someone sits very still and soft. That is our hook. The shy bird is like true happiness.
I love that image. The bird shows us two things. One, happiness will not always come when we chase it. And two, happiness likes stillness and attention. We chase happiness by working more, scrolling more, buying more. But the bird? It comes when we are quiet.
Yes. Many people think, I will be happy when I have a better job, or I will be happy when I speak English perfectly. Those are normal thoughts. But psychology says happiness has two kinds, momentary pleasure and deeper well-being. I will explain simply. One is like a bright, fast wave. The other is like a gentle river.
In technical terms, psychologists call these hedonic and eudaimonic happiness, but do not worry about the long words. Hedonic is the quick joy, like eating cake or cheering at a concert. Eudaimonic is the deep, warm feeling when you help someone or grow as a person. Both matter, but they feel different.
By the way, I will use one B2 word and explain it gently when it appears. For example, the word contentment is a quiet happiness, a steady peace that feels like home. When you understand these words, they can help you notice small joys in English and in life.
Let us give simple examples. High happiness. You buy a new phone. For some days you are very excited. Then you get used to it. This process is called hedonic adaptation. People adapt to good things and they feel less special. Contentment. You sit with a friend, drink warm tea, and feel safe. That feeling can last longer.
Think of the concert versus the quiet evening. The concert is loud, bright, full of people. After it ends, sometimes you feel empty. The quiet evening with a friend is soft, full of calm talk. You go to bed feeling warm and whole. Both are beautiful. The quiet one often gives contentment.
I want to add a quick real-life connection for our English learners. A test score or a big praise feels wonderful for a day or two. But contentment in learning English is enjoying a small conversation, even with mistakes. Savor the simple win. This helps you stay happy for longer.
Savoring is a beautiful skill. I will teach it in a simple way. To savor means to enjoy something slowly and fully. We often rush. Savoring asks us to stop, breathe, and use our senses. Taste the tea. Notice the warmth. Listen to the birds. Feel the word you just learned in your mouth.
Right. Savoring is also a science in positive psychology. People who savor more feel more life satisfaction and less sadness. Try a small exercise later. Pause now, take one deep breath, and remember one small good thing from today. Hold it for 3 seconds. That is savoring.
Also, remember the idea of transience. Transience means things do not last forever. A sunset is beautiful because it ends. Cherry blossoms are precious because they bloom for a short time. When we know a moment will pass, we can enjoy it more fully. The bird stops on your shoulder for a moment, then it flies away.
Yes, transience can feel sad sometimes, but it also makes moments special. We can let that help us savor. Instead of trying to hold every happy feeling forever, we touch it, say thank you in our mind, and let it go. That is practice. Little acts of practice build a more steady happiness.
I want to pause and ask you, Liam, when did you last feel a small, quiet contentment? Tell us a short story. Liam?
Last week, I sat on my small balcony. I had 1 cup of tea and watched rain start lightly. No plans, no phone buzzing. I felt a soft warmth in my chest. It was not a big event. It was small, but it stayed with me. That's my quiet moment.
Beautiful. I had a small moment this morning. I opened my window and a little bird sang while I watered my plant. I paused and listened. That song felt like a gift. These moments are small doorways to contentment.
Okay, now let us move to something practical. The art of savoring in language learning. One practice is to savor one word. Choose a word like home, peace, or bloom. Say it slowly. Feel how your mouth moves. Use it in one sentence. Enjoy that feeling of knowing it. It helps your brain remember and also gives a small happy feeling.
Yes. Another practice, savor a short audio clip. Instead of trying to listen to an hour, pick 1 minute. Listen closely. Repeat phrases. Notice the melody of the language. This is like tasting a small piece of chocolate slowly. You get more joy from a little careful attention than from rushing many minutes.
I will add a small research-backed tool, the 3 good things exercise. Each night, think or write 3 good things from your day. They can be tiny: a warm bus seat, a friendly smile, an umbrella that worked. This simple habit increases life satisfaction over time. It is evidence-based. Studies show it lowers sadness.
This makes me think of intrinsic worth. Intrinsic means it comes from inside. Your value as a person comes from being you, not from outside things like a job, money, or perfect English. Many people tie their worth to outside signs, and then they feel fragile. But when your worth is intrinsic, you feel more steady.
Exactly. Think of the job title illusion. Someone feels proud because of a big title, but when they lose the job, they feel lost. Their value was outside. A more stable way is to say, I am kind, I try, I care. Those are inside qualities, intrinsic qualities. They help you feel fulfillment, not only quick joy.
Fulfillment is another B2 word. It is a deep sense that life is meaningful. Fulfillment grows slowly, like planting a seed and watching a tree grow. Learning English slowly, connecting with people, and helping others can bring fulfillment. It is not the loud fireworks, but the steady growth.
I want to give a practical tip. When you practice English, treat mistakes as steps, not judgments. After a mistake, say to yourself, I am learning. It is okay. This kind self-talk builds intrinsic self-worth and helps you keep trying. Research on self-compassion shows it supports healthy motivation.
That is so important. Self-compassion is gentle. It is not laziness. Saying, I am enough now, and I can still grow, is very healing. It lets you rest and continue. We can accept ourselves and still move forward with kindness.
I want to give a short set of daily practice ideas, simple ones you can try now. 1. 1 quiet minute each day. Sit, breathe, and ask quietly, what is good right now? 2. Gratitude practice.
Think of 3 things you are grateful for each night. 3. One act of kindness each day, even small, like sending a kind message.
4. Protect your attention. Put your phone away during meals or walks. When you protect your attention, you create space for contentment and savoring. 5. For English practice, 10 minutes a day is better than 2 hours once a month. Small, steady steps are more nourishing.
Yes, small steps beat big bursts for lasting change. People have a set point of happiness, but habits like gratitude and savoring can slowly raise that baseline. Think of happiness like learning guitar. Daily practice builds skill. The same with kindness and savoring. They become habits that shape your life.
Let us pause for a moment. I invite you, dear listener, to close your eyes for 5 seconds if you can. Breathe in, breathe out. Think of one small thing that feels good right now. A cup of tea, a warm sock, a soft light. Hold it gently. Okay, you can open your eyes.
How do you feel? Even a small pause can change your day slightly. That is the power of practice. Now, I will give some life examples that show the difference between chasing happiness and finding quiet contentment. First, a new phone versus a daily walk. You feel big joy with the phone at first, but it fades. The daily walk gives a steady calm and more meaning over time.
Second example, the concert versus the evening with a friend. The concert gives a strong, bright feeling, wonderful, alive. The evening with a friend is soft but deep. Both are part of a full life. We do not need to choose only one. But if we only look for bright feelings, we miss the gentle ones.
Third example, learning English likes and test scores versus small conversations and slow progress. Social media shows people's highlights. It feels like others are always happy, but that is not the whole story. Do not compare your behind the scenes to someone else's highlights. That is unfair to yourself.
Let us work through some common misconceptions and correct them gently. Misconception 1. If I am not happy all the time, something is wrong. Correction. Human life holds many feelings. Sadness, fear, boredom, they are all normal. Happiness is not the absence of hard feelings. It is knowing how to return to peace and contentment.
Misconception 2. More things equal more happiness. Correction. After basic needs are met, more money does not add much to emotional well-being. Relationships, health, meaning matter more. This is not to say money is not useful, just that it is not the main path to deep happiness.
Misconception 3. If I accept myself, I will stop growing. Correction. Self-acceptance does not block growth. It supports healthy motivation. When you accept yourself, you can try new things without fear. You learn with kindness, not with harshness.
Misconception 4. When my English is perfect, then I will start talking. Correction. Language is learned by using it. Speak imperfectly on purpose. Focus on connection, not perfection. You will learn more and feel happier in the process.
Sometimes listeners ask, how can I find contentment when life is hard? Good question. Contentment is not the same as ignoring problems. It means you can hold hard things and small joys together. One practice is to name both. I feel tired, and I also feel the warm cup in my hands. Naming helps you live with both.
Let me suggest a small experiment for 1 week. Each day, do 3 small things. 1 minute of quiet, 3 good things at night, and 1 small kind act. Also, try savoring 1 bite of food slowly. At the end of the week, write 1 sentence about how you feel. This is a tiny study you can do on yourself.
Please try it gently, not as a test. Be curious. Notice small changes. You do not need to force big feelings. Growth often happens slowly, like a seed under the soil.
You may not see it each day, but over time, the plant grows.
Now we come to a word tour, small and calm. We will say each B2 word, given nature image, a life example, and a short English learning example. I will speak slowly, and Olivia will add gentle notes.
Contentment. Image, sitting beside a calm lake. The water is steady, not wild. Life example, a simple family dinner that makes you feel safe. English example, enjoying a conversation even when you make mistakes. Contentment is the feeling, this is enough for now.
Transience. Image, a colorful sunset that ends. Life example, vacations finish, children grow. English example, a new grammar point you learned today may feel new, but soon it becomes normal. Transience reminds us to savor moments because they change.
Intrinsic. Image, a tree that gives shade even if no one watches it. Life example, a person who is kind whether or not they get praise. English example, your courage to speak is part of who you are. It is not given by others. Intrinsic means coming from inside.
Savor. Image, watching rain fall slowly. Life example, eating a piece of chocolate slowly, noticing taste and smell. English example, saying one new word slowly and feeling its sound in your mouth. Savoring helps you enjoy small wins more deeply.
Fulfillment. Image, planting a seed and watching it become a tree over years. Life example, caring for a project or a child and seeing long-term meaning. English example, after years of practice, being able to talk freely with a new friend. Fulfillment is deeper than short fun.
Perspective. Image, standing on a mountain and seeing the city below. Life example, a traffic jam feels big now, but from a bigger view, it is small. English example, instead of saying, my accent is terrible, change perspective. My accent tells my story. A new view can change how you feel.
We will pause again. Breathe with me. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Perspective helps us return to calm. Sometimes a small shift of view is like opening a window in a closed room.
Before we move to the final section, a short personal note. As a researcher, I love data. The studies show that small habits, gratitude, savoring, acts of kindness, move the needle of well-being over time. But you do not need to do all of them. Pick one and do it kindly.
And as a mindfulness coach, I remind you to be gentle. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to come back to your breath. When life gets noisy, remember the bird. Sit softly, let the bird come, and let it fly away when it needs to. The bird will return if you keep the garden.
Okay, time for a little practice you can do now with us. If you can, pick one small thing near you. A cup, a plant, a window. Look at it closely for 10 seconds. Notice color, shape, and texture. Notice one small positive thing about it. Now breathe in and say silently, "Thank you." That was savoring.
Simple and tender. Now we want to address one more idea. Happiness as a practice, not a destination. Many people believe they will arrive at happiness one day and stay there. But life changes. New problems, new joys. Happiness is like a rhythm, a music that goes up and down. We can learn to dance with that rhythm.
Think of your heart rhythm, a steady line with moments of fast beats and slow beats. You cannot control every beat, but you can support your rhythm with rest, breath, and good habits. Practices like gratitude and savoring
are like gentle care for that rhythm.
I want to share a short story. There was a person who always chased the next thing, a new job, a new city, a new gadget. They were busy, always moving. One day they sat in a small garden and noticed a flower between stones. It was quiet and simple. That little flower taught them to stop a little more often. Slowly, their days felt fuller.
That story shows how tiny moments build change. You do not need to wait for a big event to feel better. A slow walk, a tiny act of kindness, a minute of breath. These are real practices. Over months, they make your life more meaningful.
Now, we come to a special line, a sentence we will hold together. Peace is not the absence of noise. It is the stillness inside the noise. I love this. There will always be emails, headlines, and hard feelings. Peace is not to remove these things. It is to find a quiet place inside them.
Yes, you can return to that quiet place in seconds. Take one slow breath now, if you are able. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice your breath. Remember, peace is inside the noise. You are breathing there. You can come back anytime.
Before we close, a small practice for your English. Each night, write one short sentence in English about a quiet thing that made you smile that day. Keep it simple. Send it to us in the comments if you want to share. This is a gentle way to practice and to notice small joys.
We also invite you to a small call to action. Comment with one quiet thing that made you smile today. A soft pillow, a cat sleeping, a cup of tea, a kind message, a tree outside your window. These are perfect. Share one line. It builds a little community garden of small joys.
Thank you for being here, for listening with gentle attention. Remember, your worth is intrinsic. You are enough now, and you can still grow. Keep practicing savoring, gratitude, and small acts of kindness.
And remember, speak imperfectly on purpose. Try 10 minutes a day. Celebrate micro wins. Be kind to yourself. These habits are like seeds. Over time, they bloom.
We will end with a short, guided breath. Close your eyes if you can. Breathe in slowly for 4 counts. Hold for 1. Breathe out slowly for 5 counts. Feel the stillness inside the noise. You are here. You are alive. You are enough.
Thank you for joining us in this quiet garden today. If this episode helped you, please subscribe and tell a friend. We make these episodes to help you practice both English and inner peace, little by little. Keep trying, keep curious.
Please share your one quiet thing in the comments. We will read them and hold them with care. Close with me. Keep blooming. Take care, dear friends.
Goodbye for now. See you next time. Uh-huh.